come to me one day and say, boy, I hear everybody I sing Rude Boy, Cry Tough and 07 and them guys. I want you to make one of me. You just want to boost me, and I want it by Friday. And so I said, okay, I'll make you a song, sir.
Strong like lion, we are iron, Rude is no fear.
Busby listen, and say, play it back. And so when we reach Strong Like Lion, we are and just take out two of the beer and throw it against the wall and crash it and say, iron! Everybody get in panic now, you know, because they're afraid of him, because they know him, what he can do from what he won't do. The whole night is the one song, it coming like the dance stop.
Rude is on fear.
I don't know if he didn't like the song, what he would do. But anyhow, he did love it.
Boys, Rude is on fear. Rougher than rough, tougher than tough.
But he didn't love it for long. He didn't love the song for long because he lose his life the following day. And we just cut out the Rude Boy songs and say, well, if it going to cause eruption, just leave it there.
All I need from you is a good conversation.
As things hotted up downtown, people sang, and most of them escaped into old-fashioned boy meets girl love songs. This was Rocksteady, Jamaica's first pop music, the era of singers who replaced the largely instrumental ska, and for many it was the most glorious phase in Jamaican music.
Never felt this way before. I know there is some way today.
It all came from the American R&B music, you know, because we're always being influenced by the Impressions, all them soul R&B groups.
Love your sister, love your brothers.
We would listen to a Dionne Warwick song and try to sing it exactly as Dionne did it. If you are a group, you would try to study the Supremes, Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. If there was a group who comes from abroad to our shores, we would want to go and see them because they have something to teach us.
It's a cultural thing for Jamaicans to sing. In the ghetto, you'll find more singers than anywhere else too, because, you know, it's a thing that, you know, it's a thing we used to, it's what we could use to pass the time away. It's a thing you use to soothe your spirit, your soul, you know.
Can't compare with. Have been touched by an angel. This heaven and earth could be no hell. I've been touched by an angel. She's on a progressive chart, always work for where she want. With enough confidence and never yet say she can't. Tender loving where she have. Healing the broken heart from she coming on my life. Me no stop advance, rearrange my lonely life and turn it right from start. Now I'm happy with this woman and we will never part. Me know she clever and she smart. I've been touched by an angel.
Most of us, we only wanted to hear our voices on the record. To see people, to hear it on the radio, is a dream come true. To see people dancing and singing to your record for the first time is another matter completely.
There was no thought of any money or anything else more than honesty, sincerity, and purity. And that is what I think that music is full of. That, you know, that is why it's lasting so long.
Songs lived. You'd have a song, man, 1 year straight. Send it for 1 year, not a little thing like some tune come and just sell for 1 month and done. Them tune they sell and never ever die. People still buying them. My biggest sales in this store is what is? And I have everything up to date, and I'm up to date.
Rocksteady saw a power shift in the music industry. It was still dominated by the former sound system bosses, but Coxsone and Studio One would never be quite the same force again. Many of the artists, like the Paragons, Alton Ellis, and the Melodians, promptly signed up with his old rival Duke Reid, who still ran his own sound system and realised the potential of the more easily danceable rock-steady beat.
When the first song came out, like Alton Ellis sing a song called Girl I've Got a Date. Doom, 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 boom, boom, doom, 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 doom. And when Duke Reid put on that song, I was there. They had to play the song about 1,000 times. And you can see this guy was very fast. He had to spin, he had to dance, he had to dance in a fast pace. So what we did was, at the time, most of them had the same bass line because the bass man didn't have enough time to emphasize on his bass line. So what we did was cut it down a little so the bass man could more move his fingers and have a line. So that's how you come to have these reggae lines. Do 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 do. You know, you give him more time to do that. In the Sky, you couldn't do that.
Reid's Trojan sound system had been notorious for the vicious fights that often accompanied his dances. Experiences which made the ex-policeman the ideal man to set up his Treasure Isle studio amongst the rude boys of downtown Kingston.
He was a no-nonsense man. He never harbour any foolishness. Police used to go and come. If you're a rude boy, you have to leave your rude boy business outside, right? Then Joe could have seen you. As I say, he was a no-nonsense man.
And this is the studio over there. On top was the studio. You know, his engineer was a man called Smitty. One of the best in Jamaica. Mr. Smitty, his engineer. Now down here was his liquor store. You'd have a lot of boxes on the roads with liquor and drinks and all that, and nobody take anything. Well, you see, Duke, he's respected around the area, and he's well armed. He got at least 3 guns on him. One long one on his hip, and one on his feet. That's Duke, the first gunman in Western Kingston.
If Duke even not in the studio, him have a box downstairs in him liquor store. And when everybody upstairs dancing, so boy, this gone. And out of nowhere, boom, boom, boom. And that Duke fire shot and the whole studio get quiet.
Then you see the big man, he would run up the stairs. Say to Tom McCook and all those people, what are you playing? I don't want that. I want this, I want that. You know, everybody just shut up and listen to what he said.
Then you had a on man, he's dead now, named Marquis. So listen, and Duke, so play it back, Smithy, and quiet, and Marquis put out him head like this and say, yes, the boss was right. The tune need a 17 there, sir.
Rocksteady lasted 18 glorious months, but finally there was no escaping Jamaica's worsening conditions. Bass lines became heavier and the subject matter more socially concerned.
Give me money.
And we go into reggae now. And how we get to reggae now? Reggae is a different changing of the drum. We have the drum playing more burro-like. Oh, I don't know if you understand, like tap ta da pa da pa pa da pa da pa pa da, and change the bass pattern.
If the music even slow, it make it sound like it fast. So that is what the reggae do to the rocksteady. And that was it. Reggae, 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 reggae.
Reggae was everywhere. Dozens of studios sprang up and sheer volumes saturated the market. Producers needed a new outlet for the music.
A guy was working with Island at the time, named Dave Bettridge, come out here and meet me, and they invite me over to England in '68, and I see what the people love. England is the gateway to really reggae music.
The English market became essential to Jamaican producers with its large and by now settled Caribbean community.